Is there a surgery date set for Joseph yet?
No. First, he's going to look to all the options there are, and then we'll make the right choice. Also, what kind of doctors, who's going to operate him. So I have no scheduled time right now, or also a plan how long it's going to take. So we have to wait for that.
Okay. There's really no secret that you're looking for a striker now to replace him. Is there any updates? Have you narrowed a list down?
No. Of course, we at the end, maybe probably, we want to try to get him, but we don't want to make over how do you call it, rush decisions. That we have to make proper choices and not panicking. We have Adam Jan and we have other options to play as a striker, but of course we are looking very sharply to the market, which player maybe is available, who's suitable for us. But also, we have to deal with the salary cap. There's also a big influence, of course. So, that all combined and makes it not easy.
Is there an update on Escobar?
Well, he's from week to week, and he's promising, that he's making big steps forward. But still, for this game, he's certainly not available.
What was his injury? Y'all didn't know after the game.
Yeah, well, he got first, how do you call it, a dead leg in his upper thigh.
Okay.
And then he made one pass or one sprint, and he felt a little inch in his upper thigh. So that's what's going on. A little bit like Miles Robinson had, but.
Okay.
Not so bad as Miles Robinson.
And he's not. I didn't see him training this week, so I assume he's not available for Saturday.
No, he was on the training pitch before you came, and he's looking good, making really good runs. But still, he's not really in contact and everything. So hopefully, the coming week we can see him more on the pitch.
And Bello and Castillo.
Bello is he's on the bench tomorrow, and then Castillo, he's still not really he's getting in full contact right now, but he's a long way, from really getting a proper training session. So now he's getting in that rhythm. So probably next week, probably is also available for us.
I assume you still haven't seen Castro's face yet.
Yes, I saw Manuel. Yes, I saw Manuel, and he's looking. What I can see from what I just saw from him, that he's quite fit. He's looking fit, and first he has to make his medical exam and everything. But he's eager to start, for his new club. And Rosetto is back, but they had a really long flight. Both had, the evening flight to come back from South America to here. So they had like a recovery training inside, and probably tomorrow they will join us for the training session, the last training session for Cincinnati.
And how does not having Joseph affect what you want to do on Saturday?
Yeah, we have to wait, you have to see how the teams respond. Of course, Joseph brings something special in your team. His presence also for the opponent, it's a special player, and we don't have that. But the other players have to step up, and I have confidence that we can still have a great team without Joseph. But the other players have to score goals, instead of him, because we're losing a lot of goals, and so other players have to step in for that.
And Adam, how does he help you score goals?
Well, he's a striker, and he scored last season 17 or 18 goals,
right.
and he's also a guy who works very hard. Try to create spaces for other players. So it's a different type, and maybe other players can have more space because he makes unselfish runs for other players. So hopefully that combination makes it that. Again, other players can contribute better in scoring goals.
Frank, you mentioned if you remove Joseph from the equation, what type of characteristics of a striker do you feel?
I think we're a little bit the same like Joseph, because we have Adam Jan, and he's a tall guy. He's a guy who's, you know, like the target man, who wants to keep the ball and in his feet, and then, you know, try to let people move around him. Joseph is more, you know, straightforward to the goal, and so we need more that kind of, that you have two weapons, you know, and not three or two the same kind of strikers. So I prefer if we have a choice, you know, because it's not so easy to find strikers like that. Because you know, to replace Joseph is a very big task. But you know, a little bit similar type of player should be nice.
Do you have to manage or change expectations when you lose a star player so soon in a season?
Well, we're not dropping directly our expectations. I think still we have a good roster, but we have to see how it works out, of course. And I have confidence in our players, in the players who still are there, and that we can be a very solid team. Of course, again, you know, a player who scored almost average 30 goals a season, you're gonna miss him. That's for sure. But well, we have to do it a different way, and that's also, you know, a challenge for the team, for us as a staff. And but you know, you have to ask me, you know, a couple of weeks later, you know, when are we showing, you know, in the MLS without Joseph, and then you can say, okay, yeah, we had a really big loss and we couldn't fill that gap. But right now, we're gonna try really hard with the players that we have. To fill up that gap, and yeah, hopefully with good results.
Do you need to have like a conversation with Adam or any of the guys that kind of say, you know, stay playing your game, don't try to do too much, or try to make up?
No, you know, Adam is a very normal guy. He's very, you know, always with his 2 feet on the ground, and knows exactly what he can, and he knows what I expect from him, and you know, so he's not gonna make, you know, like silly tricks or something like that. No, he knows his quality, and that's why we liked about him. And so now he get his chance, and he worked very hard for it. And of course, I have other possibilities. What I showed in Orlando last time with Pity and Joseph up front, so that's also a possibility. But he's ready. When we needed him, and I like that spirit.
Frank, considering that it is kind of like an emergency situation, would a striker that you're familiar with, that perhaps you've coached, that you know well, be a nice fit for you?
Yeah, only, you know, that's always, you know, nice that you know a guy what kind of character he has, or what kind of quality he really has, not outside and inside the field. But you know, it has to be possible also, and so when that comes on our path, we're gonna take a really serious consideration, you know, if he's suitable for us. But again, you know, we are really limited with the salary cap, you know, and if you have a top striker, you don't get him for $10, you know, so you have to put a lot of money, and we don't have that, you know. The salary cap limits us, you know, to get really good strikers to replace Joseph. So we have to be inventive, think about loan or something like that, and hopefully we can find one, you know. And but you know, we don't make stupid decisions. So first, you know, really clear and make the right choice.
And do you think Adam is similar? Is he different to the type of player that maybe like Brandon Vasquez was years ago?
Well, he's more, I think, a type like Brandon Vasquez was, you know, like a tall guy, good in protecting the ball, let other, you know, players around him, you know, who can benefit from that, you know, from his work ethic. And so, yeah, that's different kind of type, and maybe hopefully Barco and PT, you know, can use that.
With no Miles, no Franco, you kind of stated a desire not to put pressure on kids by putting them in starting lineup.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're probably going to go with 4 at the back tomorrow. But if Bello's on the bench and there's no Castillo, who's in the pool for left fullback then?
Well, you know, Luis Fernandez is really doing well, so he's a really good option. I think against Birmingham, Anton played as a left fullback, left wingback, so he can play that. Brooks Lennon can play as a left fullback, but now with Franco out, that's not really an option anymore right now. But I think we have enough options. So normally George Bello and Luis Fernandez are one of the first options that we have.
Okay.
Have you felt team morale has been good, even though Joseph's been out going into the first home match?
Yes, I have to admit, they're really directly on track to focus on the important thing, and we have no influence anymore, on that. The only influence that we have is ourselves, to be ready, to prepare us as good as possible as a staff, but also the players themselves. And so that we were focusing on, and directly I said, okay, yeah, Joseph's out, so other players have to step up or step in. And yeah, that's what I will focus on. And what I saw, the team spirit is the same than before. Of course, after the game, everybody was, involved in Joseph, and that's normal. But now, yeah, the focus is on Cincinnati.
Anything else for Frank? Cool.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Frank.
Nice night.